What will happen when a man is having a great time on his vacation in the forest, but when he takes a break for food, he sees something unexpected? It turns out to be a moment that not only changes his life, but also reshapes his thoughts about wild animals and the wilderness. The beginning. The story begins with a man named John who really loves animals. During his vacation, John decided to go to Alaska's forest. He owns a house there. He went to Alaska for a relaxing vacation and to explore the Chugach National Forest because he likes being in the wild. As John walked through the Chugach National Forest, he looked around and took many pictures of nature. When he got tired, he decided to take a break to eat. He built a camp in a safe area to enjoy the quiet and calm of nature. An unexpected encounter. As John set up his camp, he heard a strange sound from the bushes. Being an animal lover, John decided to find out where the sound was coming from. He ventured into the thick bushes and discovered a trapped wolf. The wolf looked scared, but when John noticed something special, the situation became even worse. The trapped wolf was a mother with milk-filled teats. Realizing the wolf was in trouble and needed to get back to her babies, John felt a sense of urgency. Luckily, the wolf seemed like she hadn't been stuck for too long, raising the possibility that her pups were still close by. Determined to help, John thought about a plan to set the trapped wolf free and reunite her with her family. But John faced a tough choice. He worried that releasing the mom might be risky since she could be protective due to her strong motherly instincts. So, he came up with another idea: find the wolf pups and bring them to their trapped mother. Following the wolf's footprints in the snow, John tracked her through the forest. After going about half a mile and climbing a rocky slope, he discovered the pups' den under a huge spruce tree. Being careful not to scare the shy little wolves, John tried to coax them out by making a sound similar to their mothers. After calling a lot, 4 tiny wolf pups cautiously came out. They were hungry and small, just a few weeks old, and they started sucking on John's fingers. Realizing he had an important job to do, John gently put the pups into his bag and went back to the trapped mother. The moment of bringing the family back together was really sweet. The mother wolf, hearing John's return, made a high-pitched call. The pups were let out of the bag, and soon they were all snuggling against their mother's belly. A bond formed in the wilderness. However, there's still a problem: how to free the trapped female wolf without making her angry. John understands that gaining her trust is the key, so he gave her a piece of meat that he bought for himself, knowing that offering food is a way to make her trust him. As the sun goes down, John makes a simple shelter near the wolf family. He spends time looking for useful things and trying to free the trapped wolf. A bond forms between them. The mother wolf starts getting used to John being around. He plays with the pups, tosses them food, and gradually gets closer to the trap each time. The next morning, something important happens. The wolf wags her tail a bit. Excited, John sits just 8 feet away from her, taking a risk. The wolf pups start sniffing John's face, showing that trust has been built, but the job isn't done yet. The main task is incomplete. So finally, John decides to touch the trapped leg to understand the wolf's condition. She moves a bit but lets it happen. Finally, after being patient and gaining trust, John successfully frees the wolf from the trap. Surprisingly, the wolf comes up to John and licks his hands, showing gratitude. This surprises John because it goes against what he thought about wolves, but he's happy to make a connection. The mother wolf gathers her pups and they all head towards the forest. Before disappearing, the wolf looks back, as if inviting John to come along. He understands without words, gathers his things, and follows the wolf. They go up in the mountain and reach a beautiful meadow, where a whole group of wolves is waiting. The mother wolf and her pups join the pack, and the meadow echoes with howls. John watches in amazement, realizing he's seeing something really special. As the sun rises, John knows it's time to go. He looks back one last time, and the wolf family is still there, watching him. John waves goodbye, and the mother wolf responds with a sad howl. A silent reunion. Many years later, when John returns to Alaska to sell his dad's old house, he decides to revisit the forest, hoping there's a chance to meet the wolf family again. In the familiar woods, he finds the old trap that once trapped the mother wolf. Feeling something strange, he decides to go back to the meadow where he last saw the wolf family. Following his feelings, John climbs the mountain and makes a wolf call. Surprisingly, a howl responds. A big wolf comes close, and John recognizes her. It's the wolf he saved. She wags her tail and then disappears into the woods. John never sees her again, but the memory of that special encounter stays with him. It's a unique connection between a prospector and a wolf in the Alaskan wilderness, going beyond expectations. The story may have mysteries, but the feeling of a special bond with an animal remains, much like the howls in the Alaskan wilderness. That's all for today. Now, it's your turn to share your thoughts about this story. What's the next story you'd like to know? Let us know in the comment section below, and be sure to subscribe so you won't miss any of these amazing videos on the Wild Wonder.